Traveler, Paimon, did you hear the news? I made it through the selections for Masterful Chefs. Really? Woohoo! That's great! It was a total breeze. I wasn't even trying. But a true champion never rests on their laurels. I'm still gonna need your help to prepare for the competition. I made a few new test dishes, and I was hoping everyone could try them and give some feedback. Traveler, you want to be the first? Yeah, we did. And anyway, we get to eat your food all the time, so we're biased. You should find some other people this time, just to play it safe. Good idea. Okay, let me think. Let's get Beto to try it first. Beto! Yep, you can definitely trust her opinion. Let's go find her. Right now, she should be down at the docks. Let me box up this food real quick, then we can head on down.
Eu sou burro, eu notei agora que eu tava mutado. E aí galera, tudo bom com vocês? Bem-vindo a mais um vídeo. Eu acredito que eu tava mutado, ainda bem que foi no começo. Ainda bem que eu notei no começo, nossa senhora. Faz nem 5 minutos de vídeo. Bem-vindos mais... Tô nem pra onde? Bem-vindos a mais um vídeo. E como puderam ver, a gente vai atrás da Beidou, porque ela vai sofrer no nosso lugar. É muito malandragem da Lumine e da Paimon. Mas né, vamos lá. Como eu tinha dito no vídeo, no começo, só que eu não tava gravando meu áudio. Um dia eu vou treinar, eu vou aumentar o nível do Bennett, do Xinkyu e da Xiangling, só pra ver os big numbers. Vocês realmente dão muito dano, como o povo diz, porque no momento eu não tenho nenhum deles buildado. Nenhum. Talvez a Xiangling, mas o stun dela tá no 4, não é lá essas coisas todas. Olha, né? Vamos lá. Cadê a Beidou? Xinyan e Beidou! Droga, eu devia ter botado em japonês. Porque a Xinyan falando em inglês é meio... Eu curto, mas em japonês é melhor. Xinyan! Eu louvo Xinyan. Eu louvo. Eu adoro a Xinyan, cara. Ela é tão da hora. Xinyan, uma música de rock, música... É a primeira vez que ela aparece na história também? Que nem o Xinkyu? Não, pera, que nem o Xinkyu não, que nem o Xiongyu. Se você ouvir a aplauso do fogo de artifício em qualquer local do Porto, você é certamente Xinyan, não perca os concertos. Eu adoro assistir um concerto dela. O povo critica a Xinyan, mas eu adoro a roupa da Xinyan, cara. Se tem uma coisa na Xinyan que eu não gosto, eu diria que é o cabelo dela. Só o cabelo dela que eu não gosto. O resto eu acho muito da hora. Pra quem me assiste desde o começo, que ninguém me assiste na verdade, eu gravo esse vídeo pra mim mesmo. A Xinyan era uma das minhas DPS no começo. E a gente vai ganhar uma Xinyan grátis, né? Eu vou ter minha Xinyan C5. Quando ela chegar a C6 vai ser top. Exatamente.
Chicken fuyang, come and get it, and crystal shrimp, and they all taste kind of refreshing.
Is refreshing really a flavor?
Goba.
When you spend all your time at sea, you don't have a lot of choice when it comes to food, especially on the longer voyages where you've got to stretch out your rations as far as you can. First thing you want to do when you get back on dry land is dig into a nice hot meal that's swimming in oil and has a ton of...
Eita. Yes. E elas são amigas. Fala a verdade, vocês são amigas. Meu Deus.
the sequels. But I'm sorry, limp cabbage leaves.
É aquele negócio de amor e ódio.
Steamed cabbage and broth might be up.
Agora eu sei porque o povo shippa as duas.
But man, is it boring. It's never gonna give you that flavor explosion you get with some of the other dishes out there.
So, Xinyan, are these dishes too mild for you too?
Well, not so much mild. I just think you maybe missed a beat somewhere.
Um certo ritmo.
Exactly. This is some fine cooking, no question about that. But if this is for a competition, it needs more oomph.
Uf.
Oomph? Are we sure these terms apply to cooking?
Umf. Não faço ideia.
Yeah. You know what a beat is? I only know music though. I'm nowhere near your level when it comes to cooking, so don't mind me if it doesn't make much sense.
No, you're both completely right. Beat and oomph. That's what I need.
Ok.
Much while I was cooking them. Even though this was a brand new combination, it still felt like I was missing that one thing that'll seal the deal. You know, really push it over the finish line. Seems like she's found her muse.
Guba, para.
Does that mean music theory is compatible with cooking? Hey, Paimon didn't quite get the implication, but Paimon can tell when you're being a meanie.
Oh.
Okay, I think I know what I need to do.
E eu vou mudar o áudio pra japonês.
Don't hold back, just get out there and do your thing. You're a pro, Xiangling, and you totally got this. Hands down, best chef in Liyue Harbor.
Yes.
Is that right, Beto?
Concordo.
Well, I think so anyway. More than any other chef. And there ain't a whole lot of people I'd be willing to say that about.
I'll do my best. Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll leave you to it. I'm gonna take Xinyan on board for a while.
Xiangling, they both had pretty strong taste. You sure that won't be a problem? Shouldn't we get a second opinion from someone with milder taste? That's a good point. Beto likes her greasy stir fries, and Xinyan can...
Tem que achar alguém que aprecie mais a comida normal.
We should get another opinion. Now, who do we know whose tastes are on the mild side? Traveler, any suggestions? Who?
Eu pensei na Ganil, mas não acho que seja Ganil. Ah, Xiao?
Oh, right! Makes sense! So, back to Wangshu Inn? Who is it?
Tchau!
Missed last time we were there. Huh?
Hum?
Oh, Paimon
Ah, é só chamar, puta merda.
needs to say
Batman!
and poof, he'll show up. Will he definitely hear us saying his name, though? We should find somewhere quieter.
Concordo. Ele não, eu acho que ele não ia querer aparecer no meio da multidão, né? Ou né? Vamos lá. Vamos ver o chinelo em japonês, porque o chinelo em inglês eu não gosto. É uma ótima hora pra trocar o idioma. Ok, simbora. É. Logo aqui. Ok. Eu tô escutando um chiado no microfone. Será que tá chovendo alguma coisa assim? Ou será que tá captando o som do ar? Sei lá. Onde é que é, maluco? Ah, tá.
じゃあ、3人で順番に呼ぼう。
Uma por vez? Por quê?
私もやるの？おいらが最初な。
Show! Show!
何も反応がないみたい。もう一度だ。
Quem disse que ele vai atender o teu chamado?
おい、まさか来ないんじゃないか。
Tá, mas tu disse um por vez. Ainda falta eu.
駆けつけるってすごい人があなたたちに約束してくれたの？
Isso.
おいらたちとじゃなくてこいつとだけ約束したのかも。
Só eu.
なるほどね。じゃあ旅人が食べてるのはパイモンたら勘違いしちゃって。残念。
E? Ah, jogo, qual era? Hora perfeita, mano. Que vacilo. Nossa senhora, ela nem precisou gritar. Batman do caramba. Opa, pera. O que ele falou ali foi: eu vou cumprir tudo que eu prometer. Foi isso que ele falou, velho. Ele não falou aquela legenda, não. Eu cumpro tudo que eu prometo. Sua opinião é importante. Tu vai gostar, cara. Qual é? Tchau, provo que chega ali e cozinhou. Paimon. Paimon é do mal, mano. Eu vejo essa aqui estaria chorando. Oh. Ah. Yanshao. Os acompanhamentos. Foi chamado só pra comer. Teleporte. Paimon, se controla. Ele tá chorando por quê? Ok. O povo diz que tem duas versões. Uma versão que ela ganha do cara e uma versão que ela perde pro cara. Eu tô torcendo pra ela ganhar, cara. Tô nem aí pro cara. Peraí, 10 horas do dia seguinte. Eu posso só avançar aqui? Quer ver? Não. Fazer o teste. Não, acho que vai. Meia-noite, dia seguinte. Né? Yes! Bora lá. Droga, cortei o áudio dela. Filha da mãe! Fala de uma vez! Não espera não. Caramba. Já volto. Ok, aqui estamos nós. Vou cair bem no centro. Eu sabia. Oh, Yanfei! Ela vai ser a juíza? Keting, Ningguang. Não faço ideia de quem seja esse cara. Anfitriã e oficialmente. Eu curto a voz em inglês dela, cara. Eu curto a voz em inglês dela. Eu tenho que admitir que eu também. Mas eu prefiro a japonesa. A voz em inglês eu curto, mas ainda prefiro a japonesa. Talvez seja falta de costume.
本日その予選で残った2名の選手が決勝戦で相まみえることとなっている。決勝はこれよりこの場で皆の前で行われるぞ。審判として私は委員会とリーユエを代表し決勝戦の公平と公正を保証する。続いて本大会の審査員を紹介しよう。審査員は委員会のものと観客に分かれている。委員会の審査員はこの3名だ。天チュエン、両校殿、ユーヘン、国政殿、そしてベテランの食通、天王寺。この3名
Guba, para!
委員会は会場にお越しいただいた観客の中から10名を選び、
Filho da mãe, não para, mano.
投票をしてもらう。つまり計13名の審査員がおり、それぞれ2名の選手に票を入れることになる。票数の多い方が今年の優勝者だ。盛り上がってきたぞ。それではいよいよ待ちに待った選手入場の時間だ。さあ2人とも左に立つは
Shokugeki no Soma. Tá na hora do Shokugeki.
怪盗の胸郭元将。
Olha o tamanho do bicho, maluco. Tá nervoso. Se fosse tu, tu ia estar do mesmo jeito. Guba. Muito apimentada. Assistente. Seja quem seja. Ninguém liga pro Guba, coitado. Oh. Nossa, ele nem foi apresentado, mano. Que sacanagem. Caraca, maluco. O bicho tá nervoso mesmo. É claro, tinha que ser Yanfei, né? É a juíza perfeita, fera. Aliás, árbitra. Juíza não, árbitra. Essa é a parte que eu não gosto do japonês, cara. Eles não usam os nomes dos personagens. Nascido da terra e água. Fukaizo. Preferência dos juízes. Uma hora? Hashimeru-zoi. Vou botar em inglês de novo, assim que eu puder. Uhul, vai, Shanglin! Yes! Tô livre pra trocar o idioma. Pera, o quê? Oh, eu vou cozinhar? É isso mesmo? Droga. O que? Acendo... Guba, me ajuda aí.
side should be milder, which makes sense to contrast with the main dish. And I guess that's what Xinyan meant.
Faça camarãozinho.
On beans and all, triple layered consomme is pretty bland to begin with, and I can't have two sides with the same texture. Luckily, the organizers have provided some very aromatic broth. It's just a little... Juyun chili chicken is the main event. Can't afford to compromise too much here, but maybe some pepper will set it apart without alienating anybody. Huh? Oh, Yanxiao. He doesn't look so good. Guava!
Whoa, what's this? Hold up. Things are taking an unexpected turn on the masterful chef's stage.
Ok, eu não sei, o que foi que houve? Guba tá comendo a comida.
Xiangling's mysterious assistant appears to be aiding her opponent. Judges, are we going to allow this? We knew in advance that Xiangling would be accompanied by a mysterious assistant, and the judges agreed that the two could be classed as one individual for the purposes of the competition. But what do we say to this?
I take no issue with it. In any case, the assistant hasn't done much in the way of assisting.
No competition would be complete without a little drama.
Não seria o velho sem graça que estraga tudo pra eles.
I won't be the old fogey that ruins it for them.
Kekin?
Please allow me to explain to our host.
Oh.
Prior to the competition, the judges reviewed both contestants, and we can comfortably confirm that neither side is participating in a way that contravenes the competition rules.
Oh.
Xiangling is a highly accomplished chef, and her assistant is more like family to her. Xiangling prepares all of her own dishes herself. All that her assistant will do is occasionally provide a fire source. Given Xiangling's level of culinary skill, the difference between her using firewood or her assistant is a trivial one.
Ketin explicou bem.
The presence of a mysterious assistant performing strange dance moves to cheerlead for Xiangling is a little unexpected. But the mysterious assistant has now started cheerleading for Smiley Yanxiao too, demonstrating total impartiality. By encouraging both Xiangling and her opponent, they have proven to be a fair supporter.
Wow!
That's right! Guava's not really outside help. Guava just likes to watch people cook. And I'm sure the only reason they went over there is to try to help Yanxiao feel less nervous. I give you all my word, Guava will not interfere with the competition. And I would also say that it's a loss to the competition if Yanxiao isn't at the top of his form. I say that as someone who's eaten Yanxiao's cooking at Wangshuin before. He is an excellent
Tu devia estar
chef.
cozinhando,
I
não?
want this to be a competition between the best we both have to bring.
I see. Most amusing.
Most amusing.
What's your opinion?
Essa
I
voz.
have no objections. It's an honor and a privilege to see two contestants so dedicated to having a fair and square contest.
Yes.
The judges and the officiator accept this explanation. Let the competition continue.
Ajuda ele, Guba.
Yanxiao, are you alright?
I don't know what's wrong with me. I've never been so nervous in my life. Look, my hands won't stop shaking.
Take it easy. I've been there before. I can help. Try saying a tongue twister to yourself in your head. Or think of some happy memories about your dad.
Why my dad? That's a bit specific.
Because that's what I do.
Dá.
I guess I'll think of my mom then. Anyway, you should carry on. I'll be fine. Don't hold up your own dishes on my account.
Nothing's being held up. I'm finished already.
Oh shit.
Huh? Oh, right. Then I need to focus up and win this thing.
Here you go. That's the attitude we want. You're a very capable chef, Yanxiao. So come on, show everyone what you're made of. Just like you showed us last time at Wangshuin.
Yes, you're right. I can do this. I can do this. Thank you, Xiangling. And thanks to your... well, thanks. Time for me to get cooking.
Yes. Do it, man. Qual a idade dele?
Time's up! Both contestants have now finished cooking. I would like to invite them to present their dishes to the judges for evaluation. We will proceed in the order that the contestants finished.
Talvez eu tenha perdido, mano, que eu só fiz pegar as paradas e no fim nada.
My dishes: Juyun chili chicken chicken with sides of triple layered consomme and crystal shrimp.
Ok.
The theme is of earth and waterborne, which includes land and sea. In other words, land animals, fowl, and seafood are all potential ingredients. My main dish, Juyun chili chicken, is a combination of fowl and chilies. Juyun chilies capture the essence of the mountains where they grow, and fowl is a gift from the heavens. Triple layered consomme also uses fowl, and its other ingredients are ham and bamboo shoots. These are also flavors from the mountains, but they complement and contrast with the chicken dish. Fresh instead of spicy, cold instead of hot.
Wait, what?
Crystal
Okay.
shrimp is made from a combination of rice, shrimp meat, and carrot. A thin, translucent skin wraps diced carrot and a whole shrimp. Fresh, crispy, and tender. Shrimps are a gift from the ocean. Tightly wrapping them in a skin made from rice makes this dish a blend of land and sea. Fresh with a hint of sweetness. It's the perfect note to end this course on. Ooh, a strong delivery there from Xiangling. Let's see what our next contestant Yan Xiao has to say.
Tô quase torcendo pra ele, cara.
Adeptus temptation with a mint salad and golden shrimp balls.
Oh.
As Xiangling says, earth and water means land and sea. So birds, land animals, and seafood were also the ingredients I incorporated. Adeptus temptation is a much-loved dish in Liyue, and as chef of Wangshuin, I've always been proud to offer this as the signature specialty dish of our menu. It's a complex dish with very particular ingredients: smoked ham, crab, fresh shrimp meat, and matsutake. I chose this as my main dish as a sign of respect toward my profession and to this competition. Mint salad is my first side. Cool and tender with a subtle sweetness. It's a perfect answer to the rich and strong flavors of the Adeptus temptation. Golden shrimp balls is a time-honored classic loved by everyone. A hearty and wholesome
Ah, filho da mãe! Keting adora esse aí.
Oh, pure bliss.
Querendo comprar o voto da Keting mesmo, hein?
All the way over here. It's driving Paimon crazy. Judges, please sample the dishes.
Acho que ele ganhou. Será que ele ganhou?
Very impressive. Both contestants' dishes are well considered, expertly made, and truly delicious. Golden shrimp. I shall have to sample both contestants' dishes once more before I can reach a verdict.
Yeah.
Now, Xiangling has taken an interesting approach here. She's chosen a cold dish as her main. I have to say, that's a bold move.
Bold move.
It's also a unique take on Juyun chili chicken. Although the dish as a whole is served cold, the chili peppers have been stir-fried, so they're still just a little warm on the inside. You get a nice crunch as you bite in. Then you get the spiciness and warmth all coming in together. And then just a hint of that wonderful...
Dá vontade de comer isso aí, mano.
It's quite simply extraordinary.
This Adeptus temptation is quite exceptional. The triple layer consomme is also a very superlative contribution. Excellent flavor, well balanced between sweet and savory. Yes, the standard is very high.
Judges of the select panel, I will now ask you to consider your votes carefully before writing them down and handing them to me. Also, the organizing committee has selected today's audience judges, and they are now evaluating the dishes. Everyone who's been lucky enough to sample today's dishes, please consider and cast your vote independently. How are we not involved in this? Why didn't they pick us to be judges?
Pai montar doida pra comer. Ai, ai.
All the chefs there are in the world, and for all the amazing dishes they can cook, the fact remains
Oh.
Paimon the best.
Oh my god. That's sweet.
Thank you all for waiting.
Yay.
All votes have been received and counted, and the results have been returned to Ningguang. I
E?
now invite Ningguang to take the floor and announce the results of the Masterful Chef's finals.
It is my pleasure to announce that the winner of the Masterful Chef's finals is...
Hmm.
By a mere
Oh!
margin.
Xiangling!
Xiangling!
Yes! Foi mal, Yan Xiao, mas... Pô.
Well, there it is. I knew it.
Foi só um voto, fera.
Contest, but we have a winner. Liyue Harbor's Xiangling has beaten Dihua Marsh's Yanxiao by just one vote. There can only be one winner, but the fact that this was so close shows just how much both of these outstanding chefs managed to impress our judges.
Né?
Thank you both for your stellar contributions here today. A big thank you to all the audience for being here today, especially those who have come from far and wide. As officiator, I declare the result of this competition to be fair and valid, thus bringing the Masterful Chef's finals.
Como assim quem veio? Só tem eu, pai, mãe e aquele cara ali que eu não sei nem quem é.
Until next time.
Please
A participação de todos.
orderly fashion and remember to take all of your personal belongings with you.
Só tem eu e pai bom aqui, cara. Minha imersão. Cadê minha imersão, fera? Cadê a plateia? Que foi, Gatinho? Ela é bonita. Eu devo admitir, ela é linda. A plateia. Não tem plateia nenhuma, fera. Só tinha um cara, aí ele foi o único que foi embora. Hurrah! Oh.
Looks like I won this time, Yanxiao. But I'd still like to try your dishes, if that's okay.
Sure. I'll have a try of yours too. Truly exquisite. No doubt in my mind why you're the winner here.
This Adeptus
Que isso, Xiangling?
It's so fresh, I'm almost moved to tears.
Well, just goes to show that you have a taste for the finer things in life.
No, you've got me all wrong. We're just a small neighborhood restaurant too, so I totally understand. Food is life, and customers are at the heart of all food culture. So humble food cooking is not to be looked down upon.
Concordo.
Is that right? Huh. I'd heard you'd gotten famous for your experimental approach to cooking and were all about fancy and exclusive foods. Never realized you'd done your time in a small kitchen too. Huh. Well, there you have it. All the foods come from the smaller places.
The same goes for you. You can't work in an inn kitchen unless you know how to consistently please customers. It's no wonder your food is so top-notch.
You're the kind of competition I'm glad to have. Let's stay in touch.
Ooh.
We can find some time in the future to trade tips.
You got it. And next time we meet as competitors, let's both be even better than we are now.
All right? Deal.
Tem muita diferença de idade, fera. Não tem condição não. Eu acho.
Thanks for coming. Did you get to try the food? Don't even go there. I'm still peeved. I can't believe it. You didn't get picked? Well, never mind. Don't get mad. I'll make some more for you when we get back. You will?
Ah, pai mom.
Oh, the organizer said that Yanxiao and I need to go register our delivery addresses. Apparently, they're gonna deliver an exclusive ingredients package and the prize money at a later date. So I need to get moving. I'll come find you guys after.
Ok.
Xiangling seems really happy. Good for her.
Né?
Looks like Kuching and Ningguang left already. As the organizers, they must have gone to wrap up some last-minute things. Let's go ask them for an update about the statue.
Ok. Que estátua? Ah, sim, aquela pedra? Ah, já tô esquecido já. Onde? Ah, tá bem aqui. Eu bati. Ok, eu bati na árvore. Que foi? Quietinho. What's the problem? O que foi que houve?
Kuching, there you are.
Oh, you found me.
O que foi que houve? Por que esse desânimo todo?
Traveler, I have found myself in something of a predicament.
Hmm.
In the competition, I voted for Smiley Yanxiao.
E daí?
So you're frustrated because you can't go back and vote for Xiangling instead?
No, that's not it. As a judge, I had a duty to remain objective. I made my decision after thinking about it very carefully.
Ok.
My conscience is clear. Xiangling is my friend. So by rights, I should be honest with her about this. But, as you know, I voted based purely on my personal opinion. As a contestant, Xiangling may not be
Não,
able to
ush,
appreciate this.
frescura.
And I do not know how to deal with people of her temperament. I just don't know how to break it to her.
Quietinho, tá quebrando a cabeça por nada.
However,
Né?
naturally, Xiangling of all people isn't bothered about that kind of stuff. And anyway, she still won in the end.
Ela tá escutando, ó.
Oh hey, here you are. I've been looking for you for ages.
Xiangling, there's something.
Ela não vai nem ligar, fera. Ela vai dizer, ok.
What is it?
Quer ver?
My grandfather always said to me, in contests of food, always follow your heart. Which is to say that in gastronomical disputes, or indeed competitions, one must cast their vote for the party that they agree with. This decision must be based on one's honest thoughts, not influenced by any external factors. Of course, that was just my grandfather's opinion, but I have to say, I am inclined to think he had a point.
Essa enrolação toda só pra dizer...
Despite the fact that I am your friend, I cast my vote for Smiley Yenchao's Adeptus Temptation.
Acho que você se referiu às almôndegas douradas de camarão. Exatamente.
Maybe it was. I like golden shrimp balls. Is that a problem?
You were acting so serious that I honestly thought something was up. It's fine. Doesn't bother me one bit.
Huh?
É claro.
For who you wanted to. And that's totally okay. In fact, that's exactly how it should be. Otherwise, how could it be a fair competition? So, you made a point of telling me. Is that because you were worried that it made you a bad friend?
Don't be absurd.
Didn't I say already? I love this about you. You're just so conscientious about everything. Half-baked feedback just isn't meaningful to me at this stage. Seeking reassurance is what novices do, and it's been a long time since I was a novice. The way forward from today will only get more challenging, as will the dishes I'll need to cook. Honestly, I'll need friends like you along the way. You have a strong sense of responsibility, Kuching. But you know, not everything is always about responsibility. Yes, you're a Qixing, but you're also you, Kuching. When you're with friends, you don't need to think about everything so thoroughly. You know that's what Ningguang's like, right? Beido's always telling me about how well she gets along with Ningguang. They even play chess aboard her ship sometimes. So you see, Ningguang's kind of bold in that she doesn't let her identity and reputation get in the way of her ability to have a good time.
Yes.
You can take a leaf out of her book. Outside of work, it's time to let go and
Yes! Ser tão rigorosa consigo mesma.
Traveler, Xiangling, anyway, what are we standing around here for? Let's go and check on the status of the Stove statue.
Ela ficou emocionada, mano.
yeah, I had nearly forgotten about that.
Eu nem lembrava mais, pra falar a verdade. O Shell aqui agora seria perfeito, porque eu só precisaria cair. Perdi um pouquinho de HP. Oh, não. A pedra tá meio rachada.
How strange. It hasn't changed one bit.
Tá um pouco mais rachada.
Doesn't make any sense. We cooked our hearts out. Does this mean the competition wasn't enough to awaken the statue?
Oh well. I suppose it was simply not meant to be.
Não perca as esperanças.
We've waited this long already. There's no harm in waiting a little longer. Right, Xiangling? Yup, there's still time. Let's be patient. We'll all see this through together.
Yes!
On another note, I have some good news for you, Kuching. Things are looking optimistic for that recipe you gave me.
Oh!
Master came by before the competition and filled in the parts that were missing. So now I'll be able to cook it. In fact, I'll go find somewhere to make it right now. Wait here.
Xiangling.
Oh, and and Traveler, could you come with me?
Oh, ok.
You only just beat Smiley and Chow. You think you're up for this already?
Muito bem, hora de botar pra quebrar. Ei, por que parou? Eu sou um tipo de deusa da cozinha, inclusive. Nossa senhora.
Obviously, what I meant. You collect recipes, don't you? I
É.
thought you'd probably be needing this dish during your travels.
Ooh.
So I figured I'd share it with you.
Yes!
Oh, right. Paimon knew that. Sheesh, we totally misread that situation.
Eu não.
Jeez, careful eating your words so fast. You'll give yourself heartburn.
Essa cara.
What are you staring at me for? Go on, go get on with your cooking.
Oh, ela tá rindo. Nice. Nice. Oh, pera, pra onde é que eu tenho que ir? Faça um bolinho de carne picante e delicioso. Ah, eu ganhei a receita agora, eu tenho que cozinhar e trazer pra cá. Um bolinho de carne picante. Pudim de arroz. Cara, eu vou pra longe não, tá maluco? Eu tenho um forno, se eu não me engano eu fiz um forno justamente pra isso. Aí, eu vou pra longe só pra cozinhar isso nada, mano. Um bolinho de carne, né? É um prato novo. Bolinho de carne. Deve ser um prato desses aqui. Aqui. Ah, que da hora! Você diz escudo todos os membros da equipe. Ah, ok. E aumenta a defesa também. Vou fazer só um mesmo, ele lá. Ok. Perfeito. Só preciso de um.
It's done. So this is what the dish from the recipe looks like. Let's go give it to Kuching.
Cachim!
We're back.
Com prato.
The Traveler and I made one each. Here, have a taste while it's still warm.
Thank you. Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do.
What is it? What does that face mean?
É melhor do que o camarão?
This flavor. I've tasted it before. Apologies. Xiangling, Traveler, thank you both. This is everything I had hoped it would be. It tastes wonderful and quite amazingly. Somehow it took me right back to my childhood.
Oh.
When my grandfather was still around.
Oh.
That's awesome! I didn't have a chance to fully explain before. In fact, when Master had filled in the missing parts of the recipe for me, I realized that I already knew how to make this dish.
Oh.
You already knew? You mean you were able to make this without ever seeing the recipe? Uh-huh. My dad taught me how to make it. Wait, but isn't this dish from Kuching's grandpa's notes, though?
Guba, tá fazendo o que ali?
I do not believe that this recipe was my grandfather's creation. My grandfather was a well-known real estate tycoon in Liyue, and also a scholar. He was an avid collector of old books and was quite knowledgeable on many of Liyue's customs and traditions that are no longer practiced. As a child, I used to spend a lot of time with him in his study. We'd read the classics together, then debate how much of it was actually genuine, and whether Rex Lapis was real or not. He used to say, books are just a bridge that bring us a little closer to history. It's up to those of us in later generations to ask these questions, search for the answers, and decide what they mean. Since then, my grandfather has passed on, and I've grown up to become a Chising. My views on Rex Lapis have changed in this time too, from myth to reality. For me, the name Rex Lapis is inextricably wound up with memories of my grandfather. Whenever I see his name written down, it always reminds me of sitting in my grandfather's study, seeing all of his notes. As I said earlier, this recipe came from those same notes. It's an ancient dish that he was trying to restore to its original form. But, unfortunately, without the full recipe, he never quite succeeded. Still, each time he tried cooking it, he'd always get me to have it taste while it was still warm. The memories. This really is the taste of my childhood.
Ancient dish? A cornbread bun.
Essa deveria ter sido a missão antes do banner da King, mano.
My family it is.
Porque
My dad learned how to make it from his.
isso aqui, essa missão tá aparecendo muito, apresentando muito melhor a King, mano.
We call them chili mince cornbread buns. They're a traditional folk food snack, easy to pack up and take with you on the road. So they're the perfect thing to eat on the go.
Que foi, Guba?
Seeing Guoba just reminded me of something. I actually made this dish on the day I first met Guoba.
Oh,
How did you first meet?
It was in a cave in the mountains. I ducked inside to get out of the rain and saw an offering table in there, so I put the cornbread buns I brought with me on it. Then I ended up falling asleep, and when I woke up,
Guba tava lá comendo tudo.
every last one. Guoba followed me around ever since. We're practically family now.
Ai, ai.
Stop the conversation. Look, the stone
Quem tem a pedra?
burst open.
É uma estátua... Não, é uma estátua do Guba.
Guoba, what are you? What?
Ah, I see the chili mince cornbread buns have been served.
Master! Granny, look! The stone god statue looks just like Guoba!
Oh,
Porque ele é.
indeed it does. After all, Guoba is the deity you've been searching for. God of the stone.
Guba é um deus.
Is a god?
Bom, o urso que cospe fogo. O que é que vocês esperavam?
Festive atmosphere would be enough to reawaken the stove god. And my answer is this. Yes
But no.
and no. The stove god has always been a deity with great affection for the people, and who acts in response to their desires. To him, the heart's passions and the heart's desires are not the same thing. Passion can be a technique, a skill, something derived from experience. But desires, they are deeper, more innate. They are the heart's strength in its purest form. Masterful chefs is wonderfully exciting, but it is more an exercise of passion than of desire. And passion alone will not suffice to reawaken the stove god from his deep slumber. But just now, when Kuching ate this dish she had longed for, a deeply held desire was fulfilled. As well as receiving an answer to her question, she also gained something much more precious. A moment of poignant nostalgia so vivid, it felt like she was right there alongside her grandfather. The enormous power unleashed by the fulfillment of this desire resonated with the stove god's statue and caused it to manifest once more the form it took in the past.
A forma que tinha no passado.
God himself is not contained within the statue. The true stove god has been here with us
Guba.
all along.
Guba é um deus.
How does it feel?
Mortal
seeing a
patético.
statue of yourself from your glory days? Ah, look at him. Still so majestic.
Glory days? Wait, what happened? Did Guoba used to be different from now?
Oh, yes. Back in his day, your Guoba was once
Deus dos
the
solos.
soil.
Oh.
But all the wisdom and power he had then, he has since surrendered to the soil itself.
Oh.
Gods surrendering their power to the soil. I have heard this turn of phrase before, but what does it mean?
The kinds of trials and
Guba é um
tribulations
deus,
that
criatura
humanity can
patética.
face are far more than you could imagine. Droughts, floods, torrential rain, hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis, fires, and plagues. The threat of disaster will never fully disappear from Liyue. Even woes that have never been faced before in history will come to pass in the future. Such things affect you mortals far more than we
É
can
óbvio, faz
with
sentido.
our immortal forms. He once walked with you over the barren plains until you arrived at last at the harbor. He joined you in building your dwellings and lighting the stoves. It was his hand that lit the very first street lamp of Liyue and brought the aroma of cooked food into every household in the land. You mortals no longer remember him, but back in the age when you did, he was the closest of all the adepti to the common folk.
História? Yes! Hora de ficar calado.
Josias, god of the stove, born from a spark when stone struck stone. He was a god with a great love for humanity and their well-being. Millennia ago, the people sought to expand their city. They built a dwelling on the plains and called it the Gweli Assembly. The stove god cared greatly for the people, turning himself into minions who went into every home, fostering food and solidarity alike. Alas, their home was taken by a flood. The waters ravaged the Gweli Assembly and forced the people back south to Liyue Harbor. Though the distance was not far, the journey was plagued by a terrible storm.
Isso é Ganyu, né? Isso aqui é Ganyu, fera.
During this time, the stove god cooked an ancient delicacy, flatbread with a meat sauce to stave off the cold and damp, fit for those on the move.
Caraca, braço grande.
Disaster and plague arose once more. The stove god would appear no longer, for he placed all of his power into the land itself to quell the calamities. His power expended, and his wits greatly reduced. Thus his body decreased in size. By the time he parted ways with us, he wasn't even the height of a human. He told Rex Lapis and I of the dishes that bring joy and of the secrets of the flame, then went into the mountains and entered into a long slumber.
Oh. Caraca, Guba é deus, maluco.
Departed, and Guoba was born. When he awoke, he ate the chili mince cornbread buns placed on the offering table by a young lady in yellow.
Oh!
Though he did not remember the past, he was profoundly moved and
que fofura, mano.
Thereafter. The stove god had quietly disappeared, but the vendors rose early to hawk their wares. People went out to buy goods, lit their stoves, and cooked food, just as they had done every day for as long as they could remember. In Liyue, things have always been this way.
Oh! Eu acho da Ra.
Nature provides, the mountains rejoice.
E esse casalzinho aqui?
Blessed by heaven's good grace.
Oh! Oh, Xiao.
Years have gone
Ganyu!
by. The world has
Yang
transformed,
Fei.
but our way of life survives.
Xiangyu, Xingyu, Kiki. Ah! Tinha a Xinyan ali com a Xiangling peidou. A Rutal tava lá em cima. Ningguang.
It is the moment that we should embrace.
A personagem nova, né? Kitin.
Past meets present.
O Deus.
Becomes legacy. Long into the future may we thrive.
Nice, nice.
You once told me that dining is the profoundest of customs in the human world. To eat well is to consume vitality itself, and to drink well is to partake of the very essence of the world. It is a matter of paramount importance, you said, for people cannot face the arduous journey ahead on an empty stomach. At once a humble affair and a profound one.
É verdade.
A humble meal of maize and spring water is also profound in that. By ensuring one's survival, it paves the way for millennia of human history and culture to come. My dear friend, Liyue has changed so much while you have slept. Looking at the prosperity and beauty around us
E
today,
esse símbolo do infinito?
does it make you happy?
Boba, this is kind of a huge deal. Why didn't you say anything?
Ele é um urso?
He is not who he once was. Even the power of speech evades him now. There is no way he could have told you.
É.
Oh. Boba, but...
Xiangling.
Do not be saddened, youngling. There are two sides to everything. Guoba may have lost many of his formal faculties, but he is now as carefree as can be, without
É
a
verdade.
worry in the whole world.
Ele tá de férias.
Habit, who can truly be said to live a life free of all woes? Those with a mind and with the knowledge will certainly be troubled by all manner of things.
É verdade.
But he has gone further than us in his journey. He had both wisdom and courage. Everything he took upon himself, he was also ready to part with. His carefree demeanor today is a testament to the fact that he is at rest. So since you are his friend, take good care of him. Go out to walk and
É um
play.
animal de estimação.
Him to eat, drink, and be merry.
I will. You can count on me.
Xiangling, you have an adeptal affinity. Guoba follows you around because he has respect for you. The moment
Oh.
he awoke, he was met with a familiar flavor in the chili mince cornbread buns he ate. After all that time, he still recognized the dish he had invented, and he approved of you as the one who had cooked it.
That's right. The taste of one's home cuisine always brings back memories of home. Though he remembered nothing, eating the food you had cooked gave him a feeling of familiarity. That is why he stuck by you.
You may be the first person in history to give the stove god the experience of being a satisfied customer. That makes you quite a remarkable chef.
If that's true, I couldn't be happier. Because putting a smile on customers' faces is what we chefs are called to do.
Well then, it's getting late and I still have things to do. Time for me to say goodbye. Traveler, Paimon, Xiangling, thank you all very much. I look forward to spending more time together in the future.
Quando a minha Raiden chegar em amizade 10, aí tu vai entrar no time.
Already, but I should still go
Aí eu
to
upo teu nível mais.
Master,
Por enquanto ela tá nível
it's been a while
59.
since you came by. Why don't you join me? He thinks about you all the time, you know. He's always telling me to invite you over.
Oh, goodness me. Then,
Oh.
far be it from me to refuse. Off we go then. Let's saunter over gently and see how all the city folk are getting along.
Da hora ter acabado de noite. Foi uma boa hora pra acabar. Pera aqui, acabou não? Eu tô longe, não tô? Eu tô longe. Teleporta! Já volto.
Hi, Dad. I'm back. Hey, what are you doing there? I should be the one handling that.
Deus! Pra onde ele tá indo?
Guoba's taken off.
Olha só quem é! Ketin? Ah não, Zhongli. Old friend!
It's you. Hello there, old friend.
Ah!
Oh, bless my soul. Are you out for a stroll as well?
Given the season, it felt fitting to take a leisurely walk while the meal is being prepared.
Quite right. And it also gave us the chance to run into you. Guoba may not recognize you, but as ever, he seems quite delighted to see you.
So, Guoba doesn't remember anything, but can still feel when something's familiar?
Claro!
Friendship will always withstand the ravages of time.
É.
Traveler, what do you think of the name of this festival?
Caça-lua.
Chase. The moon is a carrier of countless emotions. So many things only seem to surface as we gaze up beneath its poignant glow.
Wherever the moonlight shines, the heart is wont to follow. Fond memories of those no longer with us. Debts of gratitude to old friends. The meaning of ages past and gone. All wrapped up in the city that has existed for so many moons to date. All these things and more. They are why people chase the moon.
Tipo, a Mihoyo me incomoda muito com as recompensas dela, mas eu tenho que admitir que em questão de história, o jogo deles é incrível, cara. A história de Genshin é muito boa.
It seems to well up from deep within the land itself. A land that has been in existence for so many millennia, and yet one that still dazzles today. Traveler, this Moon Chase Festival has been all the more entertaining for you here to witness it. Now, let's have Xiangling brew us a nice pot of tea. We shall drink and chat at our leisure.
Ok. Acabou! Fim? Fim! Foi uma boa história, cara. Foi uma boa história. Curti muito. A Xiangling ali. Deixa eu mudar o idioma mais uma vez. Bom, é isso aí, galera. Provavelmente isso não tem mais nada pra fazer aqui. Se curtiram o vídeo, deixa um like. Não se esqueça de se inscrever para não perder os próximos vídeos. Ative o sininho para receber a notificação quando eu vier de novo. E é isso aí. Agora, sei lá... Né? Agora é esperar pra ver quando é que vai aparecer alguma coisa nova da história de Genshin. Só no próximo patch, eu acho, né? Seja lá quando é que vai chegar. Então é isso aí. Enquanto isso, eu vou ficar juntando gemas pra quando chegar a Yai. Eu vou tentar pegar a Yai, se ela realmente for boa. Então é isso aí. Esse vídeo vai ficando por aqui. Vejo vocês no próximo episódio de Genshin Impact. Valeu? Falou! Linda demais.